Hundreds of Palestinians in Gaza are protesting against Hamas for a second day in a row. This video shows people holding signs saying, quote, "Enough displacement and homelessness, stop the war, and we refuse to die." Now we're learning an unidentified group is calling for more demonstrations across Gaza. ABC's Matt Rivers joins me from Jerusalem with the latest. Matt, how big of a deal are these protests against Hamas, and how could this impact the war?
Yeah, Diane, it is a big deal. There's no question. I mean, here in Jerusalem, we're not far from the Prime Minister's residence, and this is a protest behind me where there have just been continual protests here in Jerusalem for a long time now against the war, against the Prime Minister. We're very used to protests on this side of the border. Over in Gaza, not so much. These protests are pretty extraordinary in the sense that they're being called for around Gaza. Anti-Hamas protests basically saying, let us live. That is essentially the theme of those protests. And so, where it goes from here, what impact it has on the war remains to be seen. But we know that sustained popular movements can make a difference here. It can put pressure on Hamas. And so that's certainly what they're trying to do. But I think the real question here is it's kind of a time will tell thing, Diane. To have an impact, those protests over in Gaza would have to be sustained, last for a while.
And Matt, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says the more Hamas persists in its refusal to release the hostages, quote, the more powerful the pressure we will exert. What does this all do for ceasefire negotiations?
Well, it seems like right now both sides are digging in behind their red lines. Hamas says that Israel broke the ceasefire agreement. They're refusing to release more hostages because of that. I think we can be honest and also say that Hamas knows that the only real leverage they have against Israel are those hostages, so they're not willing to release them very easily. On the Israeli side, they're basically saying that unless you release the hostages, we're going to continue to ramp up military pressure, and we have seen them follow through on those promises. So as long as neither side really budges at all, I think the only thing that's going to happen moving forward is more conflict.
All right, Matt Rivers in Jerusalem, thank you.